My name is Brandon Zimmerman. I work for Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki for the number 92 of Adam Cianciarulo. So yeah, we have Dunlop tires mounted to Excel rims with factory KHI hubs. And of course we have Lightspeed carbon fiber disc guard, which is custom made for us. And then the Nissan factory brake caliper with our Pro Circuit Showa suspension, A-kit, stock brake line, stock master cylinders, Renthal handlebars, the 997 bar, Renthal grips. All of our levers are made by ARC. This is where we've ended up right now. It's more of like a neutral bar mount, and then the bar is just a little bit high. Kind of all over the place with his setup in recent years. We've kind of tapered off now. He's been higher and much lower. And then of course we have our Pro Circuit clamps made in-house to our spec. An array of titanium and even aluminum fasteners that we have made to our specs, our dimensions. For Supercross, we run very little free play in the throttle. For outdoors, maybe a little bit more in case you hit a bump weird or whatever. And then yeah, he's like no play in the clutch really, no play in the throttle tube. Yeah, we run stock tanks for Supercross. Some aftermarket radiators mounted, wider, longer, and our right side actually integrates oil cooler. This is basically just a data port. It holds an SD card where we retrieve all the information from the bike when it comes off the track. Yeah, I mean, one of the main things we spend our time and money on is engine development and everything that goes along with making the engine the best it can be. So we do all that development in-house. Every mechanic builds his own engine as well. Actually, most of the guys on our team, including Adam, they want that bottom. They really want it to hit hard, especially in Supercross, so you can get over an obstacle quick and you can have that power right there when you want it, especially off the start also. We have a new Pro Circuit ignition cover for this year, completely redesigned, and it's billet aluminum. It's very strong and it looks pretty trick as well. Of course, we have our engine plug kit also, anodized red, Pro Circuit shift lever, which is made by CMI. They got these for us. They're pretty unique and they don't allow any mud to get caught in the tip or anything like that. And then we have the Lightspeed carbon fiber skid plate, just like our front disc cover. We work with this company Lightspeed quite a bit to develop our own style skid plate, and one that flows with the bike and it has the right amount of protection but isn't too bulky. This year we call them Holy head stays. They basically allow a little more flex in certain areas of the bike. We've had them in years past, and certain riders maybe like them or don't like them. With our current setup as far as chassis, I believe the majority of our guys are on them right now because it's pretty significant feel, front end traction feel. Our foot pegs are all machined, solid piece of billet. They're pretty trick. They're one-off. They're something we don't really sell to the public or anything like that. They're super strong. There's no welds, and they're built to last for sure. Super sharp. And then Adam actually runs a stock foot peg mount, which is kind of unlikely on most teams, especially our team. With the stock mount, it gives you the option to go to a lower setting on the frame. So that's why we run those. Everybody else is running special tie mount, which only has one setting in it. The air boot is something Mitch and the guys spend a lot of time on developing at the shop. We work with our own Pro Circuit engineer, design and really get a good air boot that fits our engine package. Like what you see on the bike now, it may not be available for sale, but it will be definitely for sale soon. That's a normal Pro Circuit linkage setup that we sell all the time through our shop. Mitch is pretty adamant on being able to race with what we sell. Renthal sprockets, aluminum, front and rear. We don't typically change gearing that often. Playing around with some different gearing recently. Front and rear axles are titanium. They are made by a company called CMI. We also have them DLC coated for wear resistant and for easier installation and removal. And then we run carbon fiber rear master cylinder guard, super lightweight, super trick, pro circuit brake clevis on the rear pedal. Mounts up to an actual Kawasaki SR brake pedal with a folding tip. And then yeah, definitely the pro circuit Ti 6 Pro exhaust, all titanium. We run the full Hinson setup in our bikes, hands down the best clutch that you can get as far as we're concerned and as far as all of our testing has shown. We've been running the blue hoses for a few years now. It's a great company that we work with to get them the exact thickness we want, the right material and lengths and all that, and they'll make us whatever we need. We have a double button pull shot device, so it gives a top option and then you can go actually 15 mil lower for the bottom button, depending on, you know, the start or the traction and the weather. Actually, if it's rainy, then we might go to the top setting, or if it's slick. We've been running the bump seat for about a year now. It's mainly for Adam off the start. He can kind of sit in a little pocket there and it has him something to push off of. Pro circuit water pump impeller and cover, as well as the oil filter cover. Twin Air provides all of our air filters, and we work a lot with Twin Air to develop our throttle bodies as well. They make throttle body butterflies, and it really helps us get our engine spec even that more precise. We run a catch can on our bikes, and that basically just works so it connects to the overflow on the radiator, and when the bike gets hot and it wants to maybe push coolant out, it goes into the can collects it, and then it can actually siphon itself back into the radiator when the bike cools down. That way you're not losing any coolant. So we run braking rotors front and rear. We have an oversized in the front and standard braking disc in the rear, and Artec plastic provides us with all the plastic we need for our practice bikes, race bikes, all Maxima oil. We run Maxima Coolant in the radiators and Maxima brake fluid as well. Yeah, we actually developed the concept for the graphics in-house with our own designers, and then working with N-Style came up with something that worked good for us and for the sponsors. And